Oops. Hey y'all. Um, I'm coming to y'all vulnerable and tender today. I have this tightness in my chest that I feel, and I came to just share where I'm at in my journey. I've done a lot of work, spent a lot of time, spent a lot of energy and care and love into learning how to be vulnerable, learning how to ask for help, learning how to cultivate the things that I say I want, and whether it's community, relationships, connections, intimacy, vulnerability, whatever the case may be. And I realized today I was sent a voice note. The voice note was sent to me by a friend. And almost immediately I felt this discomfort come over me. Mind you now, I'm gonna show y'all what I'm looking at. I'm looking at a tree, so you can have the context. We can look at it together for a bit while I talk. But I was talking to a friend. No, a friend sent me a voice note. And I had shared with them I don't even remember what I shared, but I was just telling them like what was going on. And I think at the moment, like I was so down and tired and stressed that I probably was just very honest about what I was experiencing. And they sent me this voice note back. And they were just like pouring like positive words and like just hopes and manifestations for me, and just hoping and praying honestly too over me of like some of the best things, like any friend could want for you, that I find abundance and community, and I find these things with ease, and also just validating my experience and stuff I was going through. And in that moment I felt so seen. It made me it made me uncomfortable, because for the first time in a long time I felt like this was a new level of feeling seen that I didn't realize I had unlocked or whatever, I don't know. And it brought up all these different questions, and the thing that just came to mind, never mind, I lost it. But I say this to say is like, right now it feels necessary in my journey. It's like I've been saying for a while, like I want to have these connections, and I want to go deeper, and like I want to have these deeper, intimate, vulnerable connections, these emotionally present and open connections with people. And that requires to feel seen and to be seen. That requires vulnerability and connection. I always understood that, and I've done quite a way of allowing myself to be seen in so many different ways, in so many different layers. And I think it's the first time in a long time there's this new layer that I wasn't even aware of, that I was like, oh shit, like that feels, did you just look at me like that? Like type of thing. I don't know. Like, I say it jokingly now, but in the moment it felt, I was both holding this deep gratitude, but also this discomfort of like, oh shit. So I'm gonna be journaling and unpacking with these new layers and these new ways I want to go into, and also realizing there are people in my life now that do want to go there and have that capacity of what do I need to feel safe, to feel seen. I know I want to feel seen. I also know that because of my history of being in situations and being with people or in places that being seen wasn't safe, or when I was seen I was met with violence, or they didn't want to see that or put that away, or like wherever the case may be. That's not where I am anymore, and those are not the people I'm inviting into my life, at least not intentionally. But what do I need to feel safe? What do I need to feel secure in opening up and letting people see me in this whole new level? Because I think for the longest time it was cool because I knew I was being seen in a lot of ways that other people weren't being seen. Like, but for me, this journey isn't about comparing. It isn't about comparing like the level of depth or vulnerability or intimacy of myself I can show compared to others. It's just about me. Like, I don't know, I want to go as deep as possible, but that also means like down and deeper. There are lots of wounds, and there's lots of things that I need to be cognizant of that have been there a long time. And unearthing things is great, but it takes a lot of love and care and energy to nurture them, to nurture those things. So I say this all to say, I mean, the work and the journey is forever. It's ongoing. Even after my physical body leaves this earth, I know my spirit will be expressed in another way or in another time and go through some of these things I'm still learning, and I don't know. It's forever. The journey is what I'm trying to say. But the other day, someone sent me a message like, I try to not use people's names. I don't know how much people want to be on the internet, but just because I want to be on the internet doesn't mean everybody else want to be on the internet. But they're like, I miss your videos and you sharing about your breakthroughs and all these different things. And I realized, like, I don't know, for the longest time I always thought it was about like people wanting to see the pretty places, and some people that is what it is. But like for me, like the core of my content is just sharing the vulnerable realities of my journey and the very real parts of it that many people can connect to and relate to. But also for me, it's just the journey, y'all. It's just my journey. So yeah, I want to make this too long, but I just wanted to share that in this time I'm wanting to dig deeper, feel more, connect more, all these different things. And I was aware of the ways in which I am showing up within community to create that space. But in what ways am I creating space for myself also to be felt and seen and connected to just as much? And one question I'm going to be asking my friends coming soon is, are there any ways that I'm preventing or blocking you from loving me? Because I'm sure there are ways I'm probably even unaware of that folks want to care for me or pour care into me that maybe I unintentionally or unconsciously or in whatever capacity haven't allowed them to. And in order to be in relationships I want to be in, it doesn't just mean to love, it means to love and to be loved. It isn't just as much important for me to pour love as it is for me to allow others to pour love into me, and allow myself to feel it, and allow myself to name it as love and as care, and not have shame around that and all these different things. Anyway, those are just some of my thoughts and my journey. I love y'all. Peace.